volume of prisms and cylinders. So this is slightly easier. So first have to do the conversion for volume. So you times by 1,000, but because it's volume, you have to cube it. Make sense? Okay, good. So let me write this again, 3. And then it's the same thing for cubic meter to cubic centimeters. You just times by 100, times by 10, but remember you got to cube this. Yeah. And if you go backwards, you just divide and divide. 1,000. And you're going to do cube again for the bottom. Right, these are volume conversion. So these are not given in the exam, you need to remember, and it's not very difficult to remember. Right, now there's also capacity, which you also have to remember. So there's the megaliters to kiloliters, you times by 1,000. Kiloliters to liters, you times by 1,000. Liters to milliliters, you times by 1,000 as well. So capacity is even easier to remember. Everything is not 1,000. But if you have to go back, you have to divide. So all you have to do, just remember the order of magnitude. The megaliter being the largest, the milliliters being the smallest. And then there's liters and kiloliters. Right? So this is volume and capacity. Now there's also a connection between volume and capacity, which we're going to do on the following at the bottom. So we need to be able to convert cubic centimeters to milliliters, and 1 cubic centimeters is 1 milliliters. How about 1 cubic meter? So 1 cubic meter using the above formula is times by 100 cube. So you're going to write times that by 100 cube. And if you use your calculator, or you just count the number of zeros, so cubing 100 will be 6 zeros. So that will be 1,000,000 cubic centimeters. And because 1 cubic centimeter is 1 milliliter, so it's exactly equal to 1 million milliliters. And to convert from milliliters to liters is divide by 1,000, so it will be at 1,000 kiloliters, liters, 1,000 liters, which become 1 kiloliter. So it would be a good idea if you can remember 1 cubic meter is 1 kiloliter, whereas 1 cubic centimeters is only 1 milliliters. Okay, so remember these two facts. All right, question. Very good. All right, example 1. All right. So we're going to convert these units using the formulas I just written down. So I'm going to do this. Convert the following volume measurements into units given in brackets. So you're going to convert 3.2 cubic centimeters to cubic milliliters. So just remember, you just have to times by 10, but remember with a cube on top, right? So, which is timesing by 1,000. If you want to use your calculator, you can do so. So press 3.2 times by 10 cubed. Power of 3 like this, 3,200 cubic milliliters. Yeah, easy. Now how about cubic centimeters to liters? You first have to change that to milliliters, which is the same. And from milliliters to liters, you divide by 1,000. Which becomes 0.635 liters. All right, any question? So it's pretty straightforward for you. And then we're going, after the conversion of units, we're going to do volume of prisms. So that's the formula written below. So what is how to calculate a prism? A prism must have the same cross section. So this is a triangular prism. This is a rectangular prism. In both prisms, the cross sections is always going to be the same. So for this reason, the volume of a prism is just going to be area of the cross section, which is the red bit, times by the height. And the height is the perpendicular height, perpendicular to the cross section. So we're going to use this formula to find the volume of different prisms. So all you have to do is find the area of the cross-section. Could it be a triangle or rectangle or a circle, whatever. It works all the time. So on the next page, we'll do these examples. Okay, so firstly, we're going to do the volume of a rectangular prism. So all you have to do is find the cross-section, which is this bit. That's your cross-section, which is 3 times 5. That's your cross-section, times by the height, which is h. 7, so this is your volume. So basically for a rectangular prism, it's all 3 dimensions multiplied together. So it's 15 times 7. 15 times 7 is, let's get the calculator, 15 times 7 is 105. So you write 105 cubic centimeters. Alright, so this is volume of a rectangular prism. Now, what if I choose a different cross-section? Will I get the same answer? Yes, you do. Say you choose this as your cross-section, then your formula will just become 5 times 7, and then it times by the height, which in this case will be 5. Will be 3. 3 will be the height. So 3. But as you can see, you just multiply the 3 numbers in different order, and you do get the same answer. So it doesn't matter which cross-section you use, it's okay. But once you choose this cross-section, then the height will be different. Okay? Alright, let's do another problem. Right, this is a cylinder. Like before, you're going to find the area of the cross-section, so which is this bit here. So A times H is the volume. And in this case, A is pi r squared. So you go pi times 6.5 squared, like this, multiplied by the height. And you finish that. Right, let's do that. So we're going to use the calculator to help us. So shift pi 6.5 squared times by shift pi times 6.5 squared times 12. Okay, this is the volume, 1,500, 992.79 cubic centimeters. Done. Okay, good. Alright, so I'll just enlarge this for a minute. Okay, so we'll just calculate the volume of 2 prisms. Alright, any questions? We're now going to do the next 2 examples. Alright, the next one is a prism, but it's called an oblique prism because it's not standing upright, it's standing at an angle, so it's oblique. So for the oblique prism, you still use the same formula. Volume is A times H, where A is the cross-section, area of the cross-section, and H is the perpendicular height. So this is the perpendicular height H. Okay. Now this one will be called the slant height. Slant. So we don't use the slant height in the volume. We have to use the perpendicular height. The height right angle to the base. Okay. So in this case, you go half times 3 times 5. That's your cross-section, the triangles at the bottom. And then multiplied by the height, which is 8. Yep. So what you do is, you use your calculator. So you can halve the 8 first, which is 4. 4 and 5 is 20. 20 times 3 is 60. So it will be 60 cubic centimeters. Alright, so this formula works for oblique prism. Just remember to use the perpendicular height. And finally, we got the composite solid. Now, unlike surface area, you don't have to find the area of the surface. You just have to find the volume of this, volume of that, and add them up together. Okay, it's pretty easy. So Let's do that. So we're going to find the volume of a cylinder, which I'm going to do in green. So this cylinder here. So you write cylinder equal. Okay. Now what's the radius of the cylinder? This you have to calculate. 3 centimeters. Yes, very good. Because why is it 3? Because that's 6, which means the diameter is 6. And because the diameter is 6, oh, we lost battery. I mean, we lost power. Oh, that's bad. Okay, but I just finished that off on the boards. Oh, back up again. Good. All right. We're lucky. Oh, will take a while to load. Sorry. So I'll pause my video. Yes. Thank you. All right. So we're going to find the volume of the cylinder. All right. So okay, need to stop again. All right. So. Okay, all right. Let's start now. Cylinder is, yes, so we have to get the radius. Radius will be 3. So you go pi r square, 3 square, multiplied by 2. For the height, this is your h. And then we're going to work out the volume of the rectangular prism and rectangular prism. That will just be 2 times 6 times 6 equal, and then you just add them up together. So you write this will be 72. This will be, use the green bit, 9 times 2, 18 pi. And then we're going to add them together. So we write volume equal to 18 pi. That will be the exact form. That will be the exact. And if you want it to be in 1 decimal place, you can write 18 shift pi plus 72 equal 128.55, 128.55, yes. Oh, sorry, 1 decimal place, oops. Yes, so it will be just 5, okay? Cubic centimeters. Okay, we'll just leave it there just for now. I'll find out from the other class where they're up to. If they are quite ahead, then we do have. All right, let me just find out. Okay.